Hello, Strong Line. Happy Tuesday. Happy push-up day. I hope you guys are having a fantastic start to your Tuesday morning. Ready here for the afternoon. We have push-up and hamstring curl day, so you will need your sliders. You will also need a single dumbbell as well as a box. We are going lateral step-ups today with that box. With that dumbbell, we're going to be doing RDLs, so deadlifts. We're going to be doing push press, lat pullovers, and then seated around the world. So a lot of stuff going on here. If you haven't done so yet and you are here, live chat me, say hello, let me know that you are here working out with me, and also let me know your favorite push-up variation, all right? I have Jennifer, Anne-Marie, Dean, Carol, welcome, welcome. It's officially noon. Let's get started. Kicking it off here with our jumping jacks. Loosening up through our shoulders, through our arms, nice and light on your feet. Take a big inhale and a big exhale. Good, let's go ahead, jog it out. Forwards and backwards. There we go. So we have regular push-ups, we have tricep push-ups, we have pause push-ups. Awesome. All right. Taking it into your butt kicks. Woo! Quads are feeling a little sore from yesterday. Heels to the butt, stretch out those quads. And then lean back, high knees, lifting those knees up nice and high. Let's go ahead, slow it down. Feet underneath the hips, thumbs on the shoulder, gentle bend in the knees. And then reach back, hinge back. Drive through those heels and stand up. Good. Nice, slow, good mornings. And on your next one, go ahead and walk yourself out to a high plank. Let's come into our half pigeon here. So sweeping one leg through, knee down to the ground, squaring off those hips. Let's breathe into that right hip. Take a big inhale. Big exhale. Good. Try to release into that hip. One more time. Maybe lower down to the elbows. Big inhale. And big exhale. Good. Go ahead, push up. Swap legs. Other leg through. Woo. Square off those hips. Let's breathe into the left side. Big inhale. Exhale. Good. One more time. Big inhale. And big exhale. Good. Feeling that hip open up and release. Go ahead, come back into your high plank. Let's slowly lower ourselves down to the ground, arms stretched out to a T, going into scorpions, coming up and over, feeling a stretch through those muscles in your back, pulling your arm. So if I rotate to the right, I'm pulling my left arm nice and straight. And then as I curl around to the left, I'm pulling that right arm nice and straight. Oh, all right. Push yourself up onto all fours. Thread the needle, reach up, pull underneath. Good. 2 more times, getting some mobility through your thoracic spine, opening up through your shoulders here. And then same thing on the right. Maybe noticing if one side feels tighter than the other. Good. Counteract sitting at a desk all day or driving a lot. After those 6, push back into your plank, shift back into your down dog, pedaling out your heels, driving your chest towards your thighs, and then walk your feet all the way up to standing. Okay, we're getting into push-ups, dead bug, hamstring curls. So, first minute of push-ups, we are gonna go regular push-ups, good old-fashioned push-ups for 1 minute. Let's see how we feel. Check it out. You know, maybe we can get more in a row than we normally do. Try at least one more, all right? Here we go, 1 minute. Hands right underneath those shoulders. We go in 3, 2, 1, and we're off. Nice strong plank. Spinning those elbows down and back. Gripping the floor with your fingers. Nice strong plank position. Squeezing through your glutes. Squeezing through your quads, squeezing through your abs. Lower with control, push away from the floor. Try to tap that chest or get it right above the floor. Pause in your plank position if you need to. Take that big inhale. Exhale at the top. We have 15 more seconds. Keep it up. Keep moving, keep going here. Woo! 10 seconds. We come onto our back for a dead bug in 5, 3, 2, 1. Dead bug. Woo! Those felt great. All right, let's go ahead and just hold here. If you need to bend your knees, you can bend your knees. Arms right up over the shoulders. I want you to pay attention to your pelvis. It can rock back and forth. I want you to control it with that lower core, being nice and grounded. You're gonna have to take big inhales, inflate that torso with pressure, with air. Hold that pressure, lock it in. There we go. Coming up on 20 more seconds. Keep holding. Sometimes the hardest dead bugs and planks are the ones where we just have to stay nice and still. This should not feel easy. You should feel your core engaged. All right, my abs are starting to burn here. Sliders in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Heels on your discs. Bridge those hips up. All the way out. All the way in. Squeeze your butt. Pull the ribs down. Keeping a nice neutral spine. Keep those hips up. Dig the heels into the ground. Squeezing through the hamstring. Pushing into the floor. Paying attention, where are your arms? Are they right by your side? Are your hands up in the air? Are you putting a lot of weight into the upper body to help support your hips and your hamstrings? Or are you trying to be light through the upper body, letting legs take over? 10 seconds. We're coming back to push-ups, narrow push-ups, a more tricep-focused push-up. In 2, 1, let's go. Finding that narrow stance, hands closer together, lowering down and extending up. Coming down and up. You can point your fingers more towards each other or more out. See what feels better on your shoulders, on your tricep, your elbow. There we go. Feel the extension of the tricep, the same way you do in a dip. Keeping that core nice and strong. Keeping your legs nice and strong. Woo! 20 more seconds. You can always come down to your knees. These are a lot more challenging. We don't have the bigger muscles to rely on as much. 7 seconds. 3, 2, 1. On our backs. Whew. Back to dead bug. Locked in place, opposite arm, opposite leg. Go for it, have some fun, feel that control. Push the leg down, reach the arm back. Come back up to center. Big inhale. Big exhale. Inhale as you go down. Exhale at the top. So a lot of the times during these movements, we don't necessarily want to breathe while we are in the middle of the lift or the middle of the movement in which we need our core to be braced. If you need your core to be braced, like you're lifting heavy weight, the moment you exhale, you've now released that brace. So you exhale at the top when the movement is complete. 3, 2, 1, back to your sliders. So just something to think about as you guys focus on your breathing in these movements in class. Maybe we adjust our hands again. Challenging ourselves, arms can be by the side, elbows can be down with our hands up, arms can be fully off the mat, reaching our hands to the sky, digging those heels into the floor, keeping the glutes engaged, the core engaged, nice, steady, strong hips. We have 15 seconds. Good, really push down, nice and strong. Woo! Couple more seconds. We come into pause push-ups. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. We're gonna go 3 counts down. 3, 2, 1, hover, 1, 2, push up. 3, 2, 1, hover, 1, 2, push up. Good, I'll let you count on your own here. Not cheating the hold, not cheating that pause, that slow descent down. Knowing that working this range of motion, that pause at the bottom, that hardest part to hold, will only make us stronger. Woo! It is the 3rd set as well. So if you can't do them all in a row, do 1 or 2 really good ones. Sit back, take a rest, and then come back into that next really good one. 10 seconds. At least 1 more. 3, 2, 1. Back to dead bug. Go ahead, alternating arms and legs. Thinking of your breath. So inhale, brace as you move. Exhale when you finish the movement. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and hold. Exhale at the top. Now, in something like a dead bug, is that going to be the most important? Or like an air squat? Do you really have to brace your core? No, not always, right? But the dead bug, I find, is a good method to practice that. It's a good place to get that feedback of feeling that brace and building that habit so that when you are lifting, you're doing something heavy that just automatically kicks in. 2, 1, last set of hamstrings. Maybe you challenge yourself to go 1 leg at a time. Maybe you challenge yourself arms in the air. Maybe if you've been alternating legs, you challenge yourself to go 2 feet together. Squeeze through that butt, push the heels into the floor. Use that pressing down to help contract the muscle and curl in. Maybe we try single leg curls, a couple on each leg. Woo! Hurts so good, right? Burns so good. Last 15 seconds. Whatever you're doing here, it's a challenge. Maybe it's something new, something that's not yet perfected. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Hug those knees into your chest, rock side to side. Let's go ahead, set our sliders off to the side. So, we have more strength-based movements today. Deadlifts, so 2 legs together in our RDLs. Lateral step-ups. Push press. On our back, lat pullovers. And then seated down for around the world, all right? 1 minute each, 3 rounds for a grand total of 15 awesome minutes. Now, if you have 2 dumbbells, grab your 2 for the deadlifts. This is a movement you have the opportunity to go heavier than most other movements, all right? If you only have 1, grab it horizontally. Let's have some fun. We go in 3, 2, 1, and let's go. So feet underneath the hips, hinging back, and then driving up through those heels, through those hamstrings. Now, in a regular deadlift, we bend our knees to find the floor. In an RDL, we hinge, 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 and then we stand up. So chest proud, back flat, reach the hips all the way back, and then drive up through that stretch in the hamstrings, pushing up through the midfoot, through the heel. Good, push down into the floor, feeling those same muscles from our hamstring curls, once again engaged. 15 seconds, we're gonna go into our step-ups. We'll go 30 seconds per leg. Our goal here is not to push up off the floor, but to push down into our box. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. So we put our foot on that box, drive up, and slowly, better than that, come down. So shift the weight, stand up, control it down, lift, and up. So notice how I set all my weight into that standing leg. I slowly pick that other leg off the ground, and then I stand. That's gonna make it extra hard, extra spicy. 2, 1, other side. Put that foot on the box, shift the weight, and stand up. Good. If you start to lose your balance, make sure your center of mass comes over that standing leg. As we step laterally, we tend to keep our weight out over here. We don't want to do that. 7 seconds. We're going to grab our dumbbells for push press in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. I'm going 30 seconds each arm. You can go 1 minute or switch halfway. Either way, it's a little dip, extending through the hips, using that power to help lock that weight up overhead. Bicep by the ear, core engaged, butt squeezed tight, looking straight. Keep that neck neutral. 3, 2, 1. Other side. Big exhale. Little dip. Pop and punch. That's it, guys. Nice, strong. Pop up. Big breath. We come to lat pullovers, continuing with this upper body in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Grab that weight horizontally. We're lying on our back, arms straight. We're going to come back and pull right back up. Slowly lower, as controlled as you can, and then push into the floor. Pull from your lats, pull from your chest, your shoulders, to come back up. Maybe your dumbbell's too heavy, you can't go all the way back. Just work whatever range of motion you can. Maybe you can tap the floor gently and then pull up. It's up to you, up to the strength, the control, the confidence you have. Keeping that rib cage pulled down. There we go, we have 15 more seconds. We're gonna stay seated on the floor. Dumbbell on the ground for our around the worlds. In 5, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Dumbbell on the floor. We can make a horseshoe in and around, or we can come up and over. Remember, knees into the chest. We can even straighten our legs up and over, but we want to keep the knees into our body as we lift up, as opposed to far away. Because remember, we want to go abs and core versus straight hip flexors. But maybe you know your hip flexors are weak. You do a couple legs straight to work the strength in the hip flexor and in the quad. That's a good strength to build as well. 10 seconds. We come back to RDLs. In 5, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. On your feet, grabbing those weights. Strong good morning as you hinge back. into the floor as you stand up. Don't round your back down. Keep that hip hinge locked into place. Hinge, 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 and then stand. Same feeling as your good morning. RDLs are just basically a weighted good morning here. Pushing down into the floor, squeezing the hamstrings, squeezing the glutes, feeling the legs. Bring yourself back up to stand. Feeling the legs straightening out your torso versus your low back lifting. 7 seconds, we come to step ups. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Stepping sideways, extend up, step down, shift the weight, drive up, control it down, sit back into the heel, sit back into the heel as you lower. Push up through the heel and the midfoot, control heel and midfoot, hips go back, arms come forward. It's like a heel tap. It's a step up to a heel tap. 2, 1, other side, same thing. Step up into that heel tap. Taking the foot off the box each time, shifting into your box, and then driving down into that leg. You'll feel the difference when you push down into your box versus pushing off the floor. 3, 2, 1, push press. Whew, here we go. Now we take that big exhale as we press overhead. Down, exhale and punch. Keeping that exhale as we press up, helps us get power. Some extra force. 3, 2, 1, other side, or keep it going. I love working the single arm though, just to see how that left arm is slowly catching up to the right. Used to be a huge difference. Now slowly but surely, not feeling as weak. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, pullovers. Here we go, on our back. Keeping those shoulders pinned down into the floor as you pull over and then come up. Feeling the chest supporting you. Feeling your lats, so those muscles down the side of your body that we work in our rows, supporting you. Everything helping this weight come overhead and then pulling it back up. Feeling the shakes through those muscles. 20 more seconds. Really drive the shoulder blades down and back. That'll help support the shoulders. Now we want to take that big inhale, hold it. Lower down, bring it up. Exhale at the top. 2, 1, around the world. Dumbbell down, pick your poison. So many different options, so you can go up and over. You can go in and around, straight legs, up and over, or hip flexors. If all that's too much, you can go single leg, hip flexor lifts, all right? But I think we can all at least try those horseshoes, making that U around our dumbbell, or that upside down U, that rainbow shape around the top. There we go. 15 seconds. Good. 10 seconds. Last 5. RDLs in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Feet under the hips. Hinge, 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 hinge. And push through the floor to stand. Shift the weight back, keep the big toes grounded, and push through the hamstrings, glutes, and foot to stand. You'll notice the tighter your hamstrings are, the less range of motion you'll have. Don't worry about how low you get. Gentle bend, push the knees back with the hips. So the way that we hinge our hips back further is by pulling the hips back. It's not by bending the knees. 20 more seconds. There we go. Feeling that awesome strength in the backs of our legs. So much stronger on 2 legs than 1. Step ups here in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Step down, shift up. Woo. It's all right if you lose control. Reach those arms forward. Sit back in the heel. What we don't want to do is shift forward into our toes, into our knees. We want to load up our glutes, our hamstrings. 2, 1, other side. Same thing. Using those muscles to help extend the hip, extend the knee. Work in that lateral plane. You might feel that outer hip nice and sore tomorrow. Last 10 seconds. We come into our push press. Our last movement on our feet. In 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Grabbing that dumbbell. Dip and press. Core tight. Good. Pause at the top, maybe. Gain control. Control the dumbbell back to the shoulder. Don't let it fall. Don't let it crash. That's it. Stay focused. Stay smiling. 3, 2, 1. Other side. Nothing changes. Just that arm, or you continue on. 2 arms together like a champ. Big exhale to help as you extend those legs. There we go. Less than 10 seconds. We're down on the ground in 3, 2, 1. Final set of those pullovers. On your back here. Get a nice grip on that dumbbell and have some fun. Controlling it down. Feeling that nice support, that stabilization underneath the shoulder blade, underneath the armpit. Good. Big exhale as you pull up overhead. Maybe you've noticed over time you can get a little lower to the ground. Don't force it. If you need to, your best escape plan is just letting go of that dumbbell when it's behind your head. Please don't let go when it's over you. Whew. 10 seconds. We're almost there. I like to drive my shoulders so strong into the floor. It gives me some force to push through around the world in 2, 1. Let's take it home. Let's finish this off, guys. Just be light on those fingertips. Maybe on this last set, you can challenge yourself to lift your arms off the ground. Palms up to the sky. I don't know why. That just feels good. You can go palms facing each other. You can go arms up overhead if you want. Make this a little more controlled, a little harder. However that looks for you. Keep it going here. You can always come into those rainbows, those horseshoes. If on top of the dumbbells too much, you can lift your arms off the ground as you go into those horseshoes. Arms can go overhead. Yes, 7 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and time. All right, let's go ahead and lay on our backs. We deserve it. Whew. Hug that right knee into your chest, pull it in nice and tight, and then pull it across your body, looking over that right shoulder. Maybe feeling a nice twist through your hip, through your low back. And come back to center. Hugging that left knee into the chest, in towards the armpit. Take a big inhale. Exhale and twist. Good. Breathing into that left hip, left side. Awesome, big full body stretch. Arms overhead, legs long, sit up, reach for your toes. Have a fantastic Tuesday, guys. I'll see you back here tomorrow and Thursday. Thank you, everyone.